Ted and his pal Bugman, they like to roll the dice.
Alright, so I just wanted to make a little video just pointing out that I was in fact right about this game. Everything I said about it was true. What a shocker, didn't see that one coming. Um, yeah, this sounds terrible. I turned it down so you could hear me, but it's yeah, it's crap a lot basically. So I mean, here's the bottom line. Here's what I can say about the game. Yeah, well, I already beat this boss, but this boss looks pretty good. The game has great graphics, all of that, and I mean, I've noticed a lot of God, I noticed a lot of problems with. Yeah, see, like there, like you see the game just it just hiccuped. Like it just screwed up the movement. I've noticed all kinds of really like crappy, weird gameplay bugs where your character will just like start moving sluggishly and stop moving, and you can't proceed. It's really terrible. I mean, it's just like a basic gameplay flaw, and it's really frustrating actually because I mean the game does require precision, dodging and all that. But the control is actually terrible. I mean, screwing up control in a game like this is really a cardinal sin. You can't do that kind of thing in a game where you actually require people to dodge. And the other thing too I can say is like the graphics are fantastic, all of that's wonderful, blah blah blah. But the truth is, the real truth about this game is it has no replay value. I'll have no desire to ever play this game again. The graphics are great, blah blah blah, but so what, right? I mean, I mean that isn't good enough. I mean, and if you look at the gameplay, it's just so simple. It's just there's no nuance. No subtle mechanics. It's just boring. So, yeah, I mean, basically, graphics are great, and then also, I just kind of want to point out the presentation is actually quite good, and oh god, and the other thing too is I really appreciate the fact, oh god, son of a bitch, I really appreciate the fact that. I mean, look at that shit. Oh yeah, the game is so difficult, and I almost beat, supposedly, one of the hardest bosses that people have been talking about right now, while I was talking and trying to think about what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, it's a really difficult game. So that was the last phase of that fight. But okay, so here's the bottom line though. The game has full screen exclusive mode. It supports different resolutions. That's all awesome. And like the graphics are great. I would almost say that the game is probably like this game I would say is a recommended pirate. It's probably worth pirating just to see the art, even though like the gameplay shit. The run and gun levels are absolutely terrible, as in I can't believe how bad they are. They are so poorly designed, and there's all kinds of mechanical problems too. Like when you parry attacks, it makes you bounce off of the bullet that you parried. But after you bounce off, you don't really have control over your character, and you aren't invincible, for a second or so after you parry. So basically, you can like parry into stuff and just get hit. It's so stupid. I mean, effectively, the game feels like it's punishing you for parrying, which is so stupid. But it's just. It's really, it is. It's a waste of art. It's a waste of art. I mean, here's what I'm thinking. The game is like 20s, 30s cartoon inspired, right? The Tommy gun, the GAT is the iconic weapon from that era. And this game even has a sort of like gambling gangster kind of, backstory theme. Why the fuck didn't they just give the characters Tommy guns? And they could have actually had like a cool sound effect when you fired. It's just... Like it's just so crappy when you're on foot, shooting your weapons. The finger snapping is just terrible. The load times are bad. I have like a grossly overpowered computer, and it's the load times are actually pretty slow. Um, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's just. Oh god, yeah. See, that's another thing too. It's just the mechanically a lot of stuff in the game just feels wrong. Um, but I'm hoping that the developers like get it. I'm hoping that they realize that they actually have to make a good game next time. If they do end up making another game, because it's really a shame that the game doesn't actually have like better gameplay. Like, the gameplay is just so basic and just dull. Oh god. But yeah, I do kind of like how there's like randomness in the enemies. You can get different kind of like mini bosses in this boss stage, and so it's not always the same one, which is kind of interesting. Because you don't always get this gumdrop dude. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just disappointed. It's like why is this art not in a better game? It's just really frustrating. So yeah, but I do think though I haven't tried the co-op mode yet. So you know so maybe the co-op mode is actually see, I mean, I love how, I mean, basically even while talking about it, I can get to the last phase of any boss in this game. It isn't difficult. It really isn't. I mean, I'll say this: you do have to focus. Like this isn't a game. I mean, like a lot of game. Well, actually, if I really played it more, I probably could just basically spout off about writing pixel shaders while playing it. But right now, though, I do actually kind of have to focus on the game to beat the bosses. So I will give it that. I mean, you can die in this game. I mean, it isn't like most shitty console games that come out where you basically just keep pressing the thumbstick up and get to the end of the game. But it's. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just like as I go and try these bosses again. Like I said, it isn't fun. It isn't fun. Like I have no desire to replay anything that I've beaten. I just kind of want to like see the art once, and take a look and then get out. It's and that's it. It's just really disappointing. And so basically, just one final thing I'll say. The game like really needs to dump the overworld if they make like a sequel or something. Run and gun games should not have overworlds. They should just kind of just seamlessly flow from one level to another. It totally breaks up the flow of the gameplay. There's no sense of immediacy. There's no sense of urgency. It just, like I said, basically they fucked up the basics. The art is great. The music's actually good, even though I don't really like the way that it was produced. I wish that they'd actually just like. I mean, see, here's the thing. They the way they mixed the sounds, nothing has any oomph or impact. It just falls so flat. So, yeah, but basically, I was right.